Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chet and I am sharing my journey on GLP-1s, particularly Tirzepatide. I took my 4th dose in my last video, which was almost a week ago, and tomorrow will be my 5th dose, where I am stepping it up from the priming dosage of 2.5 milligrams to the therapeutic dose of 5 milligrams. But before we talk about tomorrow, I want to share my experience in the past 1 or 2 days, and especially today, and what I'm feeling in my body and lessons learned, let's say. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading some notes to keep it concise and to keep myself on topic. So I stepped on the scale this morning and it was 142.2 pounds, which means I have lost a little under 3 pounds, 2.8 pounds to be exact, since starting Tirzepatide. I started this journey at 150 and I lost 5 pounds on my own in a strict keto diet, keeping my carbs under 50 grams. So that 5 pounds, I was thinking, must be mostly water weight, if anything. And I'm happy to see it continue, of course, but at the 4th injection and I'm losing less than 3 pounds, this is certainly not the bewitching witchcraft I thought it would be. And I have to keep reminding myself to trust the process and that the first month of this medication is purely a priming step. It's getting your body ready to acclimate to this medication and its side effects and things of that nature, and working your blood concentration of Tirzepatide to a therapeutic level. You can't do this, apparently, you can't do this just like that, right? If it were that easy, everybody would do it. Okay, so tomorrow is my 5th dose, 5 milligrams. And today, what I felt, the day before my dose, I have been trying to maintain a diet of, anytime I eat, I should have 30 grams of protein at each sitting. So I have been relying solely on eggs and Greek yogurt. So I made my usual Turkish eggs, or my version of Turkish eggs, and ate it as normal, and I was fine while I was eating it. I was a little distracted because I'm watching things on YouTube, but I have not even finished and have taken my plate to the sink when it hit me like a brick, and it felt like a brick sitting right in my stomach, feeling that I've overdone it. But this is what I've been eating every day, and lucky for me, I haven't gotten sick of eating this. So that caught me a little bit by surprise, being that full after eating the same amount that I have been eating. And I usually drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and each cup of my coffee, I use half a cup of full-fat milk. And I only had 1 cup instead of 2 cups, so I didn't even have that fullness going into my brunch, which was a good 2-3 hours later after my coffee, if not more. So that was a little surprising in a good way, and that gives me hope that the medication is actually working like it should, right? The appetite suppression, the fullness of it. Now, what is causing this extra fullness? As we know, the GLP-1 is meant to delay your gastric emptying, which means the contents from your stomach has slowed down its emptying into the small intestines, right? So you feel fuller for longer because of the delayed gastric emptying. It's been a good hour since I finished eating, if not more, and I'm still feeling exceptionally full. This is telling me that I need to change the way I eat, but at the same time, I need that 30 grams of protein at each sitting if I don't want to go into muscle wasting. So I need to think about it and how to update the way I eat. And maybe it is not having my coffee in the morning at all, or maybe not drinking as much water before I eat to reduce that feeling of fullness before I even eat. So there are things that we can do to adjust to this, because you don't want to cheap out on not having your protein. That's really, really important. And I did buy this whey isolate powder, so I could put it in food, I can put it in smoothies, yada yada, but I'm not a big fan of stuff like that. I'd rather have whole foods than protein powders. I've always been skeptical, but a little bit of research for this particular brand that I'm using, Isopure, and you know, the research that I do, who's funding this research, first of all? I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical, but I have it as an emergency. If I just don't feel like eating, as I have in the past few weeks, there have been times when I've used it. I've used it twice, I think. I'm not a big fan, but it's there if I need it, and it's there as a. I'm gonna have the mindset that it's medicine, right? Having the protein, I'm gonna have it as medicine. So it's on hand if I need it. Now, you might ask, and I definitely did ask, why does the fourth shot feel so much more powerful than the first shot, the second shot, the third shot? When I'm using the baseline dose, I haven't taken it up. And this is because of a pharmacological concept called steady state, where the amount of whatever medication you're taking in is equal to the amount that's getting excreted or used up. And so you have a steady state of the medication. This is not anything new for a GLP-1. This is for any medication, which is why when you are prescribed antibiotics, you are given particular times of when to take it, right? And skipping dosages is not good, and moving the time around is not good because of the half-life of a medication. The medication dosage needs to build up in your bloodstream, and in your bloodstream also the medication is getting excreted out, but it's not getting excreted out in one fell swoop. There is something called a half-life, and you might have heard of half-lives and radioactive elements. The half-life of Tirzepatide is 5 days. So after 5 days, you're left with 50% of the medication still circulating in your body. So on the 7th day, it has decreased. It is less than 50%, but it's not zero. Even at 10 days, 5 days is 50% of a half-life. That doesn't mean at 10 days, the 50% goes to zero. No, it's 50% of the 50%. So there's still 25% of the medication. And that's how it goes in half-lives. So every time you take your next dosage, there's already the previous dosage, and there's the previous dosage on top of that. So it's a cumulative amount of medication in your blood. And I can put the math down in the description, but just to give you a little bit of what I'm talking about, from shot 1 4 weeks ago, there's about 0.05 milligrams still in my blood. From shot 2, there is 0.14 milligrams. From shot 3, there's 0.36 milligrams. And from shot 4, which is active right now, I have about 0.95 milligrams. So when I add up all of those lingering remnants together, I have 1.5 milligrams of residual drug in my body as is from your very first shot. So that is why today I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm feeling very full, and I'm feeling very full. And this cumulative build peaks in week 4. So this brings us to tomorrow, which is my 5th dose and my first therapeutic dose. I'm doubling the amount that I'm going to inject myself to 5 milligrams. So think about the math that we just did. I have 1.5 milligrams already circulating in my blood. Now I'm shooting up another 5 milligrams. That's 6.5 in my bloodstream. So what are the things that I can anticipate? I can probably anticipate a severe reduction in appetite and possibly some side effects. I've been adjusting to my side effects pretty well. I don't find myself constipated. I don't go to the bathroom as soon as I wake up, which is what I am accustomed to. Maybe a little coffee triggers my emotions, which I don't like. I don't like being dependent on something for my emotions. So I am expecting more constipation after my 5th dose. I have my milk of magnesia on hand if I need it, but I need to remember to hydrate. You always have to hydrate on this. And because I'm sedentary, I don't need, well, I probably need it, but I'm not drinking as much water as I normally should. This is 16 ounces, and I'm trying to drink 3 bottles of this a day. It is difficult. It's difficult for me. I'm managing 2 and change. 3 is a bit of a challenge, but it is important to be hydrated, especially since the medication is taking the water out of your intestines, right? So make sure you keep a bottle of water with you. Tea, coffee, any of those things, those don't count. Those are diuretics, okay? Those are going to dehydrate you. So plain, good old-fashioned water. Don't put electrolytes in. Electrolytes are for elite athletes, not for even the occasional gym goer or even a regular gym goer. You need to be very careful about taking electrolytes. Put some salt in your food if you need to. Take multivitamins and things of that nature. Don't take those electrolyte packets. Those are very dangerous. Okay, so I am going to take my 5th dose tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing some magical changes. Let's see. And even though I've lost 3 pounds, I don't feel it in my clothes. I don't see my clavicles. And this is subcutaneous fat, right? This is not visceral fat. I should see something here. Maybe I'll see it after I lose another 5 pounds. Who knows? It's not the miracle drug that I thought it was, or that I've heard from other people, but other people might be not telling the full truth. Not that they mean to lie, but maybe, 2 months on it and they're like, yeah, I lost so much of weight just like that. So that's not my experience thus far, but I haven't taken my 5th shot yet, and I think that's going to be the game changer. If any of this resonates with you or you're curious about my journey, please join me. Once again, my name is Chet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.